Hello everyone, it's Saturday the 22nd, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're a little early to do chores today compared to a regular work day, and the sheep are obviously not terribly hungry. There's a few of them digging, searching for some grass, some of them back in yesterday's paddock laying on the hay. Some of them, or that'd be 2 days ago, laying on that hay. Some of them laying here on yesterday's. Yesterday I gave them another bale from 2020, so it probably a little lesser quality. But we'll unroll another one for them here and see how they like that, and talk to you here in a few. So as you can see, this little bunch of ewes up here on top of the hill, there was no hay unrolled up here. They're all digging, getting a bite to eat of grass. This snow is getting hard and crunchy. They're still going right to it. It's amazing how tough they are. See if we can catch one digging here. It's cold still, even now in the middle of the day. It's 22. Was -4 this morning. I've kind of changed my mind here a little bit. I don't think we're going to roll one out for them today. They've got quite a bit left from yesterday. When I first pulled up here, they didn't fuss at all. They're not hungry. They're still ewes laying down. They think they're going to get something now. Let's go up here and check their mineral and their supplement, see if they've emptied it. We might just let them clean up this stuff for another day and roll one out for them about lunchtime tomorrow. We'll see. They have not eaten all their mineral in their bean meal. I'll mix some more up. I'll go ahead and put it in, but they all seem pretty content. We're gonna let them go. Our hay supply is somewhat limited, so we'll let them be. And even if they do leave some behind, even after picking out the rest of the day today, that's okay. This side of the road has been continually hayed for a lot of years before we started on this place in 2019. Continually hayed, and then cattle turned on it and grazed down real tight up until killing frost or a little after. So this side of the road is usually the poorest performing on this farm. So any little bit of organic matter we can give back to it with the hay they so-called waste is okay with me. That's why I fed on this little bank kind of concentrated yesterday. It's typically way behind everything else, so we give it a little love with some sheep manure and urine and leftover hay. It sure can't hurt anything. I was hoping to move back across the road and start grazing again tomorrow. This snow just hasn't gone anywhere. It has melted some, but just not going to do it. There is good water on this side of the road. There's a tire trough way down there. What we did is start down at the trough and worked away from it. But as long as this snow sticks on, I think we'll just stay over here and keep spreading some nutrients out with the hay. And it's supposed to get cold down 0 single digits again at nighttime early next week, and that tire trough will stay open if I set it so it just overflows a little bit, and that's pretty handy not to have to bust ice. It's fed from a pond, spring fed pond, so if we let a little bit of water go through it, it's not going to hurt anything. Here's old ewe getting her bite. It's Gertrude. Not every ewe has a name, but that one does. Here comes another pet, Friendly. So maybe I'll run down there and give you a look at that trough and how we keep it open in cold weather, and I'll probably go ahead and pull out these division fences today since I'm not going to feed. Go ahead and get that done and keep moving. So as you can see, this trough is mostly open. My overflow's plugged up with a little bit of hay or grass or whatever they've dropped in here. There it goes. But it, like I say, it was -4 this morning, still 22 now. There's just a real thin skim of ice in here. And it's not overflowing much, just a touch, but that'll keep our water open. That is pretty handy. If you're going to water sheep out of a tire trough like this one, that's probably, at least 24 inches deep, if not 30. Put some concrete blocks inside of it, so if a lamb gets knocked in there, or even a young yearling ewe, they can get back out. I've learned that the hard way, and for the cost of a few concrete blocks versus the cost of a lamb or a young ewe, it's certainly worth it. But at least the sun's out, and I'll try to keep doing a little better with these videos a couple times a week, and maybe sit down and do an introduction and kind of tell people what we're trying to do here, keep our costs down and select for the sheep that work for us. I don't know if they're way up there. Yeah, you can see them. And hopefully sometime make a full-time deal out of this. We're lucky to have this piece of lease ground right across the road from our house. It's been a learning experience. Sheep are not cows, and which is what I had some experience with, and we learn a little more about them every day and what to do, but feel lucky to do what I do, love to do, and I'm passionate about, and try to introduce my kids to it. It's been cold the last few days, and they've been a little more interested in sled riding than coming out here doing this, but I'm sure they'll be in some videos to come. But everybody enjoy their weekend, and we'll talk to you in a few days. So I thought I'd go ahead and throw this in here. It's been, less than 20 minutes since I went down and checked that trough. Pulled this little bit of post and wire out and came back up with their mineral. And a whole bunch of them got up and came up here on top of the hill. And I guess they figured he's not going to give us a handout today. We might have to go to work. And it's nice and sunny and not a whole lot of wind, and they're just up here in the sunshine digging and getting a little bite to eat. they're not hurting for anything. There's 185 in here all told, ewes and Mayborn ewe lambs, and the ram lambs we bred them with, and there's a couple wethers in here for the freezer. We grazed this off, stripped grazed it in 1st of November. We didn't take it all, and they know there's some under there, and they're going to it. There's one more strip left in here, so that's probably, let's just say 3 acres. So they've got run of 22 acres here, back to the trough and on that hill, and they know where the good stuff is. We did bale graze up here on this flat the entire winter of 2019-2020, and there's some good forage up here, and they're finding it. Anyways, I guess I'll go for real now. We'll talk to you in a few days.